The Conduits. Conveyance, Book 1. Written by David W. Draper. Narrated by Kenneth Bryant. Dedication. To my wonderful wife, Karen Chanley, who patiently ignores me while I write. This story would not have been possible without your support. Thank you, Karen. I love you. A special thanks to my son-in-law, Hank Huculack, for his initial encouragement that got the process started while we smoked cigars in my outside spa in the spring of 2018. Mardell Bush, for being the first manuscript reader and first reviewer. Lisa McLaren, for insisting a more conclusive ending was needed and sticking with me through the whole process. Tom Bechtel, for providing extensive feedback. Fred Trent, for an encouraging review. My adult children, Sean Nicole Huculack and Andrew Draper, for reading the story and confessing to Dad they liked it. My mother, Phyllis Ellinger, for believing in me enough to read a story outside her genre comfort zone. My initial draft editor, Bill Thompson of Stephen King and John Grisham fame, for cleaning up an amateur's mess and saying, "You have a great story underway." Chapter 1. Contact. Alex, sound asleep in his bed, rolls over trying to find solace from the heat his ceiling fan can't remedy. As he completes his roll, his eyes open, his pupils fully dilate. He goes still. 3 seconds later, he sits up and looks at the red digital display on his alarm clock. It is 3 a.m. Alex lays back down and falls instantly back to sleep. He won't remember this. At the same time, in Mbandaka, a town in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Sarah is sitting in her grade 5 classroom studying her country's history. While reading, her pupils also fully dilate. She goes still. 3 seconds later, the reading continues. She hasn't realized anything happened. The clock on the classroom wall shows 9 a.m. Jacob lives with his family on the northern shore of the island of Waigeo in West Papua, a province in Indonesia. After being called by his mother Inda to come in for dinner, Jacob stops playing soccer with his friends on the street and heads for home. While in a full running stride, and as he does daily, Jacob jumps the white picket fence that surrounds the front of his parents' house. On this day, while flying through the air above the fence, he freezes. His motion has instantly stopped, as though in suspended animation. His eyes are fully dilated. 3 seconds later, his running continues. He doesn't realize his sprint home was interrupted. His mother had called him seconds before 5 p.m. Chapter 2. The Message. Spencer Graham and her 10-year-old son Alex are asleep in their modest 2-bedroom flat in downtown Calacali, a small town in the Pichincha province of Ecuador. Spencer is a United States-born expatriate. She moved from California to Ecuador 2 years prior. If asked, she can't explain why she moved here, other than a love for the non-commercialized ways of the beautiful and natural rural Ecuador. Or more likely, she answered a calling she's never understood. Deciding on Calacali resulted from her recurring fond memory of the town she visited as a child with her adventurous and globe-trotting parents. Months before her life-altering move from California, Spencer had revisited Calacali and was heartbroken to see the despair and poverty. Not what she remembered. Years of rampant, double-digit inflation had taken its toll on the country's fragile economy. During her visit, curiosity directed her to a local grade school to check out the conditions, hoping a move with her son Alex could someday become a reality. When Spencer found the school understaffed and in dire need of volunteer teachers, she recognized the time had come. She would move. Getting permission from her ex-husband allowing Alex to relocate to Ecuador from California was no easy task. For most, taking a son away from his father to a foreign country is a non-starter. But anyone who knows Spencer will attest to her ability to always get her way. After much discussion and negotiating to allow Alex's school vacation times to be in the United States with his dad, Spencer's ex-husband Jack agreed. Or, more accurately, relented.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?